Before I show you how to easily cop multiple pairs of the Black Cat Jordan 4s, I have some good news for you. And the good news is that the stock on these is very, very high. I'm going to share the exact numbers with you guys for Nike US, but in general, the stock is really, really high on these. And this is a stark contrast from when we saw these release a couple years back and they ended up creeping up in value to about the $800 to $1,000 range. Obviously, we're not going to be seeing those prices anytime soon again, but I actually am expecting there to be some profit on these, at least for the larger sizes, despite the high stock, and that's because the demand is just so absurd. We're going to discuss more about the resale and the stock numbers later, though. First things first, though, let's talk about how you could get these for retail. Not just one pair, but multiple pairs easily if you want to, because these shouldn't be too hard as long as you pay attention and you're locked in. So first of all, they're releasing on November 28th, not too far away. The most stock is definitely going to be on the Nike Sneakers app. Obviously, they're going to be dropping there at 10 a.m. Eastern time on the release date. So obviously, you're going to want to enter there with as many counts as possible. This is basic, you guys know this obviously, but prior to the release date, obviously you also want to make sure you sign up for the Flex app reservations, but also Finish Line and JD Sports status access, because they're going to be doing that for in-store and online a couple days before the release like usual. Not only there, but also make sure you sign up for the DSG raffle too, because there's always a lot of winners through the app there. And of course, you want to check out any local raffles or any other online raffles from boutiques or whatever, but keep in mind boutiques usually will charge shipping as well. From that alone, you're going to be able to get quite a lot of pairs given how high stock of a release this actually is. But on release date, another place that I'd suggest going for at 10 a.m. Eastern time, aside from Nike Sneakers, and actually prior to Nike Sneakers, because this is a true first come first serve website. Nike Sneakers is a Leo, so you're going to have 2 to 3 minutes to enter into all of your accounts. So the first thing you actually want to do is go for Hibbett at 10 a.m. Eastern time, and the best way to check out on Hibbett is definitely going to be on Apple Pay. Now they have some protection there, so you're going to want to make sure that you scroll down really slowly. This way you don't get caught in that captcha loop, which is never ending. If you scroll too quickly, they might think you're a bot, so just keep that in mind. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of other first come first serve websites too, mostly Shopify sites. The reason I wouldn't focus on these sites is not only are they going to be much more difficult to cop because, most bots support Shopify, but most importantly, they're going to charge shipping. And I think this is going to be the type of release that it's going to be easy enough for you to get these as long as you're locked into a degree that you can avoid those shipping sites and just focus on the free shipping sites with your time. This way you could save on those shipping costs, and it's pretty important given that the retail on these is pretty high. It's $220. I think some sites might actually be charging $225. So now you know how to get these for retail with that out of the way. Now let's talk about resale. Also guys, today was absolutely crazy. If you guys don't know, the Shea Converse just restocked on multiple sites including DSG, Nike Sneakers, and Converse. Sneakers actually shock dropped. Obviously, I posted all the early info for members inside of Endurance, so they knew to expect this. Not only that, but for Converse, we have the bypass links for there because they have a waiting room, a queue system, and my bot Gargantua supports this, so we were able to generate bypass links for everyone. So people were able to cop as many pairs as they wanted. Some people got like up to 20 pairs and more, and it's easy profit on these. It's not insane profit, but it's easy money to be made. If you got 20 pairs, I mean, that money adds up. This is like hundreds to thousands of dollars in profit that people were able to easily make just from our bypass links. These are the types of competitive advantages that we give to members, like early info, bypass links, exploits, the best monitors, all these kinds of things. I'd encourage you guys to join Endurance with the link in the description, not just for Black Cats, but for any profitable sneaker or Pokemon. So currently, on Nike US, there's over 120,000 pairs loaded, 122,000 pairs last time I checked the endpoint. So that might not be the only stock, because we've been seeing a pattern lately where as we get closer to the release, like a day before the release, Nike will increase the stock. We just saw this happen on the Jordan 10 Shadow. The Jordan 10 Shadow had a little over 10,000 pairs before the release date, like a week before the release date, and then came a day before the release date, they doubled it. It was like 22,000 on Nike Sneakers just the day before, which is still like relatively low stock. You'll see I made a community post update to let you guys know about the change, but that they were still worth going for because there still would be some profit to be made, but not as much as I was expecting. So we might see something similar happen with these. It's definitely possible. As of now though, the stock is already extremely high. I mean, just compare that. The Jordan 10 Shadow stock being 22,000 pairs, and then these being 122,000 pairs, which might even increase even more. And remember, that's not total stock, that's just the Nike US stock. But obviously, we're treating this proportionally because we're comparing it to other Nike US stock, Jordan 10 Shadow, that was just the Nike US stock. Nonetheless, the stock on these is extremely high, but the demand is also extremely high. I was just looking at the sale volume today, and I don't remember the last time I have seen this much sale volume in 1 hour coming more than a week out from the release. Like, this is the type of sale volume you see when you're like a day out from the release on most like retros. Sometimes you'll see like double this, sometimes triple this, but that's like the day before. This is a week out when pre-sale is quite high, so to see this sale volume is extremely impressive at this current time. So yeah, I think demand is high enough that regardless of the high stock, there is going to be some small profit to be made on these.